Welcome to Build the Weight Loss Practice of Your Dreams. I'm your host, Karol Clark, and today I'm talking about a topic I don't think I've addressed before, but it is really important, especially in today's times, because there are so many negative things going on around us. And the topic today is actually positivity. And I'm not just talking about pie in the sky positivity. I am talking about a tool that you can have that can make a huge impact in your life and the lives of others. And positivity is a choice that we have each and every day. It's a choice we have in each and every situation. And I know sometimes people might think, how is she always so positive? But it really is part of my personality. And there's a number of reasons why. And I'll tell you how to build that and how it can affect your life. So the benefits of positivity, and I know there's a certain degree of realism that has to be mixed in there. Positivity just doesn't make things happen. If you combine positivity with a good intent and good ethics and hard work, you would be amazed, as you probably know, where you can get to. So it is a choice each and every day in every situation. And the benefits include a number of different things. But I was going to mention why I'm talking about this topic in the first place. Earlier this year, I have a dear friend who gave me a birthday gift, and it was this mug, Radiate Positive Energy. And she gave it to me because she said that it actually reminded her of me and how I am very consistently every day. And it meant a lot to me, and I don't even realize it. It's just a part of my ingrained personality. And then later on this year, I had a client, you know who you are, who actually told me on one of our calls that when she's having a frustrating day or feeling a little bit down or overwhelmed by everything that's going on, she'll actually go and replay some of these podcasts or watch some of the YouTube videos that I have. And while that may sound like torture to me or maybe to you, it was something that was really a compliment. And I had to, obviously just say thank you. So I'm glad that I can have that effect on people. I really do think that it is something that can really help you. The benefits of being positive actually is that it's a happier way of life. It also feels great. And when you're happier and when you're more positive, you tend to feel better about yourself and your day. It also positively impacts others, and it can also have that ripple effect. So I, at times, have been in charge of hundreds of different employees when I was a hospital administrator or a nurse manager or managing large practices. And sometimes people would say to me, well, you got a difficult one there. She is really difficult to work with, and she has that effect on everyone else. And I used to think, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. And a lot of times when you are positive, I'm going to get into some of the how to be positive, it really does impact others. And I have seen people make a full 180 on some of their attitudes when they're surrounded by positivity and when they're surrounded by great positive thoughts, and not only positive thoughts, but positive actions. It also, most importantly, I think, changes problem thinking into solution thinking. So when a problem arises, I just think to myself that it will work out. I go through all the different situations, and then I think about what's the worst thing that can happen. And then I also just go ahead and go right into problem solving mode. I don't spend a lot of time wallowing in the problem. And that's just one of those mindsets that I have. And it really does help take those problems that can seem insurmountable. It helps you to be solution oriented, get a plan together, start taking action, which then just snowballs into a lot of good things and getting you out of those situations quicker than you might expect. The other thing is that it comes back to you. When you are positive towards others, it comes back to you. You sort of reap what you sow. And so over the course of my life, I've had a couple of times where I've had some situations occur in my life, or I've had to have surgery or something like that. And people come to your sort of rescue. They just know when you need help. And so they extend that positivity back to you. So it's sort of like you reap what you sow. So that positivity and that generosity comes back to you. So it's something that really you do reap those benefits as well. The other thing is that you are living instead of just surviving. You're living in a much happier way, and it helps you manage crisis better for sure. You can have those times where, of course, you end up having situations and days where you have to deal with it and it's sort of a crisis mode. But having a positive attitude and having a positive mindset and the ethics and the action behind it really helps turn those into something more manageable. And then over time, something that you can actually learn from. So those are some of the benefits of positivity and having that as a part of your life. So how do you develop positivity? I don't know. It's been a part of me for a long time. It's just a part of my personality. If you talk to someone, it's not something that I turn on and turn off. I don't think it's just the way that I think. But how do I do that? I surround myself with people I enjoy being around. And it makes it so much easier to be happier when you're around people that you like to be around. So you can limit the time that you spend with those that have a negative impact on you. And I know we can't eliminate all the negative people in our life, but you can stack the deck sort of in your favor by surrounding yourself more with people who have the attitude, the ethics, and the action plans similar to what you want in your own life. So that's one thing that you can do in order to increase your positivity. The other thing you can do is to be loyal to yourself and to others. A lot of times we put ourselves last, but you've got to take care of yourself and be loyal to yourself and follow through on what you promise yourself. And when you do that, it actually helps improve your positivity. I have to work on this because a lot of times will overcommit myself. And I'll be doing so many things for other people that I forget to do the things for myself. But when I remind myself of that and I say to myself, I need to be loyal to myself, and I put that time in to take care of myself, I really feel that energy and that positivity just skyrocket. So that's very important. The other thing is to listen to others instead of talking all the time. This is another hard one for me because I like to talk. Sometimes my husband will say, can you come along to this business meeting because I know you'll keep the conversation going. It's just something that I love, conversation. I love learning about people. I love learning new things. And so it's just one of those things. But stopping and listening will oftentimes give you a much better perspective on how you can better impact the lives of others. So listening is really important, and that plays into every aspect of team management, of practice management as well. The other thing you can do is stay calm. A lot of times, if you remember back when your kids were toddlers or you're around toddlers or children or that sort of thing, and when they start to have that bit of a temper tantrum, if you play into that, it makes the whole situation escalate. One of our sons always hated it when he had a wiggle in his sock with his shoe on. It was like he would sit down, just scream, "Wiggle!" And I had to correct that wiggle. And so I just stayed calm. We corrected the problem. He was better. Everything moved on. If I had gone in there and had a fit about it or said, been negative about it or chastised him for the way he was feeling, it would not have turned out the way that it usually did. So staying calm is really important. The other thing is to pay attention to the little things. And I do talk about this a lot. I just did a whole training all last month in Bariatric Business Boss about practice management for people who are practice managers or new or existing ones. And remembering the little things really does increase positivity for you because it feels good to do things for others and for other people. And it doesn't have to be monetary related. It's just anything that you can say, do, write a little note, remember. It's just like we do with our patients. You remember things about them. You may put it in the chart to jog your memory, but bringing that up and paying attention to those little things really makes a difference and increases the positivity for you and those that you serve and your team. The other thing is to compliment others. So if I'm in the grocery store, I'm in a store, I'm out somewhere and I see something that warrants a compliment, I give the compliment. It's much better to say that. You never know how someone else's day is going. They might be having a really crappy day, and that compliment can really turn it around. So that will help your positivity as well. The other thing is to be a team player and a team leader. And that means keeping in mind the involvement of your team. It makes your life so much easier if you involve them and if you ask for their opinions and you build a team versus a fear-based leadership or just my way or the highway, that sort of thing. Having a supportive team and being a team player and a team leader is really important and increases your positivity. The other thing is to expect the best out of people. And when you do that, it's usually what you get. When I think about the employees that I had that someone said, oh, it's a doozy. She or he is really difficult to work with. When I stopped and listened, just like when a patient has a complaint or a client has a complaint, we listen. They want to be heard and they want to be understood. If you take that time and give them the benefit of the doubt, and then also perhaps do a little bit of role modeling, or just being a leader for them. Maybe they haven't had someone in their life who's had a positive attitude, and so there's so many things going on in people's lives that when you give them the benefit of the doubt, it can really make a difference. It's so important now too with how we can email back and forth and you're wondering, why didn't I get a response yet? Why hasn't she said anything? If you give the benefit of the doubt, give it some time, reach out if you need to, it ends up all working out. So that's the other thing. So, and I always have this mindset that it will work out. And sometimes and then I work towards that, of course. You can't just wish it into being. But when I believe things will work out, and I work with a positive and solid ethics behind me, and I stay true to my beliefs and my whole personality, and I believe in all that, and I work hard, it tends to work out. And as a last resort, if I'm having a bad day, because every day isn't hunky-dory, I can sing or dance. Well, really, I can't sing, and I'm really not a good dancer, but I can do that in the privacy or with a pal, and it brightens my day. It might bring out the little, sometimes my friends will tease me about being somewhat of a country music lover, modern country music and some of the old stuff. But anyhow, I can listen to a few songs that can turn my day around. One of them is Bluebird by Miranda Lambert. It's a great one to pick you up. Another one is called Sway by Danielle Bradbury. It's one that kind of gets you groovy and makes you just feel a lot better. And the other one by Casey Musgraves is Rainbow. It's just a great one to show us that sometimes we think that it's still raining out there, but the sun came out and we didn't even take the time to notice. And we didn't even take the time to understand that things are looking up. So those are some of the things that I do, moving my body, getting some exercise, whatever it is that works for you, meditation, prayer, journaling. Do those things for yourself, and you can really improve your own positivity and have a hugely positive impact on everyone around you, family, friends, and your coworkers, and everyone that you are leading in your organization. So anyhow, that's my positive note for today. I hope it was helpful. And if there's other topics you wish I would address, reach out to me, Karol, Karol, at weightlosspracticebuilder.com. If you're not a member of Bear 2 Business Boss, what the heck? You need to check it out, bear2businessboss.com. And I look forward to working with you and your team. In the meantime, take care and have a great day.